Hi. Okay, now we're up. Hi everyone, I'm Suzanne Boyd. I'm here with Gary Miller because we are debuting your new show.
Absolutely.
Are you excited about this?
I'm excited.
Yeah. So Gary has been in the health insurance industry for almost 30 years and he has a lot of knowledge. And so he really wanted to start his own show to sort of talk about some of the things that can be very confusing to the average person, right?
Right.
Like I bet you get these phone calls all day.
Every day, all day,
Yeah.
all night.
Yeah.
Right now during open enrollment.
Yeah, so right now we are in open enrollment, and so that is why Gary wanted to kind of debut this show, Gary the Insurance Wizard, during open enrollment. But first, we need to talk about that name. Where did Gary the Insurance Wizard come from?
It came from, well, I used to run an office in Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
All my young guys, and what we did was, well, they named me the Wizard, and it just stuck.
Yeah.
So, appropriate now during open enrollment, so.
And appropriate now for your show.
Appropriate for the show.
I think
Absolutely.
it's a great, so everyone thinks he looks like a wizard, but.
I don't know why.
Right. It's just the hair, I guess, right?
So.
Okay, so let's talk about open enrollment. So what do people need to know as we're going into open enrollment? It is now underway.
Yeah. It's very confusing.
Yeah.
You know, it's confusing to the normal person who goes out there and tries to navigate healthcare.gov and
Which is Obamacare.
Obamacare, and it gets more confusing every year.
So what is open enrollment? What is that?
It's a period of time where people with pre-existing conditions can get into a health insurance plan without any medical underwriting. So no matter what their health condition, they can get covered.
into a plan.
Yeah, right.
So if you're healthy and have no pre-existing, you can pretty much get insurance anytime.
Right.
But if you have a pre-existing condition and have been prevented in the past,
Yeah.
this is the time period that you can get health insurance.
That you can get coverage without any medical underwriting whatsoever.
So what is the state of the current open enrollment? Because I feel like it's not good.
Yeah, well, we get phone calls. My office gets phone calls. You know, we're an agency now of over 3,000 agents in 30 states. So we can help. We can help navigate that confusion.
So I assume premiums and deductibles are up.
Yes, premiums have gone up every year that Obamacare has been in existence. Deductibles keep getting higher, and it's very disheartening for people who couldn't afford it back then, and now it's even more affordable and more out of pocket. You know, we talk about two types of things, Suzanne, with insurance premiums. There is the price of what your premium is, but then there's the cost. Now the cost factors in because you're paying your monthly premium, but if you've got to meet a big deductible, and the deductibles now have gone over $8,000 this year,
Wow.
you know, you've got to factor that into the cost. That's the overall cost of doing business on your plan.
Right. So not only are your premiums higher, but
Yes.
your deductibles are higher.
Right.
And you know, what I'm finding too is that like a lot of doctors and hospitals are not in my plan.
Right, right. Because the networks every year get skinnier and skinnier. You know, the doctors have had, you know, not so good experience, so many doctors have opted out. Now that may not seem important to you while you're healthy, but come the time when you or a family member come
Get
down with a
sick.
serious injury or illness, and you want to choose the best doctor for your particular illness or injury, sometimes that's not available.
Someone that you trust.
Someone you trust.
Okay, so this has been a lot of bad news, Gary. So what is the good news about open enrollment? I mean, there are other alternatives
Yes.
other than Obamacare.
Yeah, there
right?
are other options, and
Yeah.
that's what we do at US Health. We offer a different option than what you see out there on healthcare.gov or any of the other health insurance sites. We offer a different option because we've built plans that, you know, people say, look, if I'm paying premium, I want to have some benefits out of my plan. And
Right.
we've designed a plan to offer benefits much sooner than on a traditional plan. And that gives them the security of knowing, okay, if I am paying premium, that I can get some help with covering some of my bills up front. And then we have a catastrophic option, and what made us unique is you don't have to buy that catastrophic option right up front. You only have to transition into that It's a plan that you have a safety net of a major catastrophic plan,
Right.
but you don't have to pay for that
Right
unless
off
you
the
need
bat.
it. Right.
Yeah.
You know,
so
it's
you
like-
can get that after
You can get that
something's already
after.
happened.
Right. It's like buying
Oh.
automobile insurance without collision, and people would feel very uncomfortable doing that. But if you had an accident, then you could add collision in. Try that with your auto policy.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
So you can do that
You can do
through
that.
U.S. Health Advisors.
Yes, correct.
So for many years, I worked for a company and had insurance.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden now that I have my own business and don't work for anyone else,
Right.
I'm about to get off of COBRA. So I think
Yeah.
probably someone like me is
Yeah.
someone that could come to you, right?
Correct.
And that's the type of person that really you can help.
That's our
correct?
market. It's the self-employed, it's the individual that has lost coverage either through a COBRA or leaving a position. Individuals now that are responsible for paying their own health insurance premiums. So many small companies are not offering it anymore.
And it's very interesting because the policy that Gary had showed me actually is more comprehensive than the one I had under my company, and it's the same price that I'm paying
Yeah.
for COBRA.
Right.
So,
Well, that's interesting too, because we had someone call our office yesterday, and I was listening to a conversation with one of my agents, and for husband and wife, they were in their mid-50s, they were paying about $1,200 last year. Their premium has gone up to almost $1,500 this year, and their deductible went up. So again, there's the scenario where they're so frustrated
Yeah.
because their out-of-pocket costs have just soared, skyrocketed throughout the years.
So the fifth thing that you tell people about open enrollment is don't go it alone.
Don't go it alone.
Yeah.
You can go out to healthcare.gov, you can go there. I mean, if you get a subsidy, if you're of the income level that you can qualify for a subsidy, we think that's the best option for our clients at that point. But if you're one of the people, the middle class America, that is really struggling with those premiums and high deductibles, then the option is here. Don't go it alone. So many people over the years in the past have gone out to healthcare.gov and they've just enrolled, through the internet.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest mistake they can make. You really need someone to advise you and guide you through all the steps and make sure we're picking the right plan for the right person.
So you can help anyone, someone who's healthy, someone who has pre-existing conditions, even if you can't cover them yourself, you have other options for them, right?
we can advise them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but our plans are primarily for the healthy.
For the healthy.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
how we can keep our premiums reasonable.
Sure.
But yeah, we can advise, and that's what we do. That's why we're called U.S. Health Advisors. We advise you, and that's the key today.
All right.
We want to help people.
And if they want to reach you?
My number is up on the screen.
Yeah.
My website is there. You can reach me through my channel on
561-222-9435.
9435.
Yeah.
You can reach me on my YouTube channel. You can reach me on my Facebook channel. So just reach out to us.
And if you want to leave a comment below,
Yeah.
Gary will get back to you.
Yes, absolutely.
If you have any health insurance questions or anything about open enrollment, just leave a comment below and Gary will get back to you and reach out to you. Yeah. And you can go watch him live on YouTube as well. So we're going to be doing this once a month.
About once a month right now.
Yeah. So do you have any idea what we want to talk about next time?
There's going to be a lot we can talk about next time. A lot.
There's
because
always something to talk
We'll
about.
be more into open enrollment. I can share a lot of stories from people that, like you say, that have bad news, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
so the deadline for open enrollment?
deadline for open enrollment is December 15th.
Okay, so you have to December 15th, so make sure you got a month, basically.
Got a month. And that month will go very quickly.
Yeah.
Very quickly, because if you're confused, people tend to get complacent and push it away.
That's me. I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah, don't do that.
Right.
The last week of open enrollment is hectic, and sometimes you can't even get one of our agents
It's like
on the
giving
phone.
your taxes to your CPA April 14th.
Yeah. My wife's
Don't
an
do
accountant.
it.
Don't do that.
That's right. All right, Gary Miller, Gary the Insurance Wizard, what do you think?
I think it's great.
Good so far. All right, well, we'll see you back here next month.
Yep.
And make sure you hit up Gary with any questions that you have. All right, have a great day, everyone.
Have a great one.